Now, one of the main ways that we teach our kids is through modeling. And like we said, the things you say to kids, the way you say things to kids. Remember, those kids are always watching you.
That's
looking at you, looking at you. They're always watching you. They're always listening to what you're saying. So when you are saying things to people, or the way you react to someone when they are negative or say something mean, you know, like a lady at a store or something is really rude or something, the way you react to that is being seen by those kids. And those are teaching moments. One of the biggest teaching methods that teachers use is modeling, because kids are always watching their teacher too. They're always watching what you're doing. So you have to think, you know, how am I responding to people? How am I talking to people? Am I putting them down? Am I talking negative about this and that? Am I always talking bad about something? Or am I lifting people up and showing them that, you know, we love God? And that's a teaching moment for God. We love them even though they're being, you know, not so good to us. And when you pray, you exhibit qualities that you want to see in them. And you want them to see you praying, and that explains how you meet their needs by doing the things that meet your needs. They ask kids in college. Fuller Youth Institute did a big study. It was a 3-year study of 500 college students, and they said, what things affected why you kept your faith? You're in college, you go to church, you choose not to go to church. So why did that do it? What do you think the one most important thing was that affected the kids?
When I lived, when I was growing up?
Right, a little bit, but okay. Number one, parents were the most important teacher and the models of my faith. Second thing that affected them was if they prayed daily as a family. And that can just be at a meet. I mean, it doesn't have to be a great prayer session or anything, you know. It just a quick prayer, or praying before you go to bed, or lunch, supper, dinner, something. If they went to church and they prayed at church. And if they ate together.
Oh, that's a big one.
That's a big one.
Hard to do that these days.
Yeah, and people always say, yeah, it's hard, don't have time. Well, yeah, we do. The single most decisive influence was their parents modeling their own faith. Did they see them going to church? Did they see them reading the Bible? Did they see them taking classes to try to learn more about God? Those were the things that affected them. Modeling, like other things they might model, was how they loved their neighbor, how they served, and how they involved others in service. So if you can find any kind of service activities that your kids, you know, helping at church, helping in the community, those kinds of things. Yeah.
My kids used to tell me back home, back in Minnesota, Mom, please don't volunteer for anything else, because when you do, that means we do too. I said, good.
Yeah, well, you drag them all along, and that's good, I think.
Not even any different in Indiana.
Yeah, that's what I said, the same group. The other thing was to reinforce over and over that you love them. I love you, I love you, I love you, and God loves them. And that's so simple to say. God loves you too. You know, it's just, we just don't take time to say those things.
You know, that's a good thing when we're doing the Meet the Bus, to tell those kids too.
Oh,
You know, that
Yeah.
God loves them.
right.
God bless you.
Yeah, good. Yeah, just anything that brings
They might
God
not be
back
hearing
into
that.
it. Yeah.
We don't slow down.
Oh, what you can say.
Yeah,
is
that's
fast.
what, hey, you, come out here. Hey, God loves you.
Don't you forget that.
Yeah.
Or else.
And after you decide that you're going to model these things, then decide, what am I not going to model?
Ooh,
What am I not going to have my kids seeing me do?
what I tell them not to do.
Yeah, right. So you have
They
to
see me
think,
doing
you
something, I
know,
say, no, don't do that.
yeah,
That's
right.
the worst.
So as parents and grandparents, we got to step up our spiritual plan. We've got to pray, we got to study, we've got to maybe join a small group, come to a little class like this, maybe go to Sunday school, eat together, and let them see you doing these things. And if you're married, an important thing to do is to show them that you love your spouse, that you're showing love to the most important person in your life.